Hi students, so now we're in part 4. Let's go with part 4. And we are researching F. Scott Fitzgerald. Encyclopedia Britannica is a permissible source. How do I cite the source immediately? I'm going to go to cite my citation of this particular source, and it should pop up. And this is extremely slow internet today, probably because of the heat. But you can see he's born in 1896, and he passed in 1940. Okay, so we have a few people from different eras, and we're looking for the cross sections. What do they have in common? Okay, so Fitzgerald and the military and the war theme continues. Poverty and the disparity of wealth, the rich and the poor, definitely comes up in all three, very, very prominently in all three. There are subtle overtones of war, racism, and love, but the idea between rich and poor and their struggles is really important. So I go ahead and I click, cite the source, copy the citation, and notice that this is an M. So I'm going to go up here to my works cited page, especially if I'm AP student. I'm going to click here, and I'm going to go ahead and put in my M. So it's alphabetical. I'm going to go up to this and hit enter so that I can tab over, so that this is lined up. This should be aligned, and we should be easy to see an M and a Q. So this is a sample of a works cited page, okay? And if you would like to do an artifact page, I'll show you in another email, maybe a part 5 email, to give you the ingredients for a research paper, right? So we're going to go ahead and X out of that. And what we're looking for here, you can see a 2-minute summary, you can see a timeline, you can see some quotes he said, you can see that his private life with his wife Zelda in France became almost as celebrated as his novels. There's a lot of crossover. He wrote a lot of crossover between what was happening in his real life when he actually got money, and then what happened when he lost all of his money. Okay, he was the only son of an unsuccessful aristocratic father and an energetic provincial mother. Okay, he did go to school, but he dropped out. He joined the army. He left the army, or didn't. The war just ended and he never really got to see battle. And so he grew up, came of age in the 1920s. And this was a very celebrated era where there was rich, 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 and poor, poor, poor. So that was a really big deal when he finally wrote his novel and he actually got money. What did he do with it? There was a lot of drinking, there was a lot of excess, a lot of parties, all these kinds of things. And almost every one of his every one of his novels has been made into Hollywood movies throughout the ages. And The Gatsby has been made over and over and over and over and over with. So this is very important. All of his divided nature is in this novel. The naive Midwesterner on fire with the possibilities of American dream and its hero, The Great Gatsby, and The Yale Gentleman is in its narrator, Nick Carraway. The Great Gatsby is the most profoundly American novel of its time. Fitzgerald connects Gatsby's dream, his platonic conception of himself, with the dream of the discoverers of America. Very, very woven with his own personal experience. So if I were to snatch a quote to use in my essay, I would probably pull from in here. Okay? Somewhere in here. It's a really good quote for me. Okay? And so I would pull a quote after I have 3 to 5 sentences that summarize his life. I'm taking notes. You definitely want to see where are those major themes: war, poverty, disparity. So and economic disparity. So if you're choosing that he is a novelist, right? The novelist and the political journalist and the playwright, the genre styles that they're writing are a little bit different, but the theme that they're bringing across is always similar. And then you choose a quote. Okay. And hang on for the next video where we will address an artifact and how to add a collection of photos.